does have a bit of an unusual body. Still is fairly thin even after 8 years in the league, yet up until last season he's been one of the more durable players in the league, kind of like Reggie Miller in that regard.
Curry against Westbrook from deep, and that's good. Steph Curry for three.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
Curry against Westbrook. Launches a three. Tipped away. Stolen by Thompson. Oh, and here we go. Bogut's got it. The fast break chance from the wing. Curry can't get it to go. On defense, Golden State. It's tipped. Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook, and he's able to get it back. Lets it go with a three. That one goes. Count it. Westbrook's got 5.
And really, how about the quick release on that triple there, because he's given up a lot of height in that matchup.
Right on target you are, Greg. I mean, the quick release is what made the difference there. Any hesitation, and that shot is being blocked.
Now here's Iguodala. The drive by Green. Shot clock at 6. Fires from deep. And another three for Golden State.
It took them a few seconds to answer the three ball with one of their own.
Greg, we've got a three-point battle taking shape here.
Here's Adams. Lets it go from deep. Durant, no good.
Well, I tell you what, that's fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. The key there was not to give him much space before he took that shot.
And really, Clark, that's the only way you're going to stop him. The defender was all over him with a hand right in his face.
Well, you look back on the Thunder last season, and the theme was injury. Too many injuries to the bulk of their core.
And, you know, the big three, Durant, Westbrook, and Ibaka, all missed significant time. Only Westbrook of those three was able to finish the season.
So it's the Warriors now, following the score by Oklahoma City. Curry against Westbrook. From past the arc. Warriors the rebound.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
And listen, those injuries really did the Thunder in. I mean, at no time during the season did they ever really get a chance to gel and play any stretch of games with their entire roster.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Spates checked in for Bogut. Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry.
Well, they're fortunate. The defense was taking a big chance, leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
And he was fouled on the way out. 2 free throws now for him.
You know, every franchise will have a year that is just lost to injuries. I mean, it happens. The hard part of it for the Thunder is that it happened while so many of their stars are in their prime.
And who could forget the tear that Westbrook went on last season? I mean, after the All-Star break, it was just triple-double after triple-double for him.
checked in for the Warriors. Barbosa comes in for Klay Thompson. Here's Ezeli. And again, it's the Warriors missing. The Thunder leading by 5. Westbrook with it. He has 6. There's the 3. The shot misses. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Greg, for Westbrook, as you were talking about him, the triple-double stretch included 4 in a row. He had 6 triple-doubles, Clark, in 8 games. He was sensational.
Yeah, it really was, Kevin. And what's even more amazing was that he was very close to a triple-double. Even on the nights he didn't get one. Man, he's a guy who showed you what it means to carry a team.
And now a fast break for the Thunder. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Brandon Rush. He's checked in for Maurice Spates. Warriors trail by 5. It's stolen by Ibaka. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Got a piece of it. Barbosa with the steal. Here is Livingston. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Here's Westbrook. Flushes it down to finish the break.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
Livingston kicks to Ezeli. And again, no good by Golden State. And here are the Thunder now. They're on an 11-3 run. Adams dishes to Westbrook. Pass to Roberson. The 3. And the rejection by Ezeli. And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. Just watching Festus Ezeli out of Vanderbilt play. He's got the big body inside. Moves pretty fluidly. Adroit. Good footwork.
Yeah, he does. He's a space eater. He's very strong, physically good frame. He's a load down there. And what you said, the fact that he's fairly agile, makes him tough.
You know, and Ezeli missing a lot of games with various injuries from the knee and ankle a season ago. He can be a quality rebounder and rim protector, but he's got to find a way to stay healthy.
And the Warriors making a change here. Clark's checked in. For the 3. And again, no good by Golden State. The Thunder leading by 7. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Timeout called the Warriors.
Yeah, you can see they gave up a lot of points here in this run, and he just wants to break the momentum before this thing gets out of hand.
And, you know, that's a huge part of a coach's job, making sure you keep your guys in the best position possible at all times. So I like this timeout.
And offensively, they've been struggling. He just wants to get them back into a good flow and stop forcing shots.
Well, Greg, the misses started piling up. Things kind of snowballed on him in that regard. This is a good timeout to kind of calm his guys down. hit the reset button.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Warriors trail by 7. And here's Thompson. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Curry passes to Thompson. Back to Curry. Got it up. And that's not going to go. And we reached the end of the first quarter. It's the Thunder ending the first quarter with a big 11-3 run. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. And a moment now to hear from Steven Adams as he reflects back on life growing up as the youngest of 18 children back in New Zealand.
So, like, the youngest over there has to do everything, like all chores, pretty much.
Hard to imagine growing up in such a huge family, but it sounds like maybe it prepared him for life in the NBA.
Yeah, got him outside of himself and toughened him up a little bit. No question about that. Wow, 18, that's mind-boggling.
That is amazing.
Yep.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnover.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. Down low, it's the international combo of Ibaka and Adams. Andre Robertson out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Durant in at the 3 spot.
No hesitation at all on that alley-oop. Saw his teammate with the path to the hoop, and bang! Lobbed it right up there for him.
And he was ready for it, elevated, made the catch. You saw the result.
And you know what, though? I like the fact that he still chose that conservative finish there, just making sure he got the deuce. Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Early on last year, it was clear Steph Curry was just on another level, was an MVP candidate right from the start of the season, and he would eventually be voted that award.
And I thought very deserving. You could see how he elevated his play, and so many of us, and so much talk focuses on what he does offensively. But he was ahead of the snake of a terrific defensive group for Golden State a season ago, and that's one reason why he ended up being the MVP.
Warriors trail by 3. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Durant with the rebound. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Ibaka, wide open, he fires. Connects from 3-point range. Ibaka's got his first 3 points of the game. Curry, wide open. Curry with another miss.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
No doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down.
And so it's Golden State with it, trailing here by 8. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line, trying to make it a 3-point play.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala, and it's Livingston in for Thompson. Westbrook drives in, and Adams kicks to Westbrook. Offensive rebound. Robertson dishes to Westbrook. Durant just inside the line. The good-looking shot from the wing. Durant's got 4 this quarter.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
The Oracle Arena was rocking last season, and with good reason. The Warriors would finish a league best 39-2 at home last year.
And how about that 39-2 record put them one off of tying the best record ever in the NBA. That record, by the way, belongs to the Celtics with 40 wins back in 1986.
Some changes for Golden State. Azili's checked in for Spates. Rush comes in for Green. And Ian Clark subbed in for Steph Curry. Pass to Barnes. Here's Clark. No good from outside.
Well, I tell you what, you look at the Warriors, and they were actually... Oh, my goodness. He's just getting nasty on them now. Wow.
Yeah, now that they've built up a lead, this is when he really breaks out those incredibly slick moves.
Man, like a Ginsu knife, just slicing and dicing.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. Timeout called the Warriors. Well, when you think about guards who play without fear or any hesitation, Russell Westbrook is the first of those guys to come to mind.
I tell you what, man, his relentless pursuit and attacking of the goal and his opponent is really something to watch.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry.
And for Westbrook, he had some high praise. Allen Iverson said he's a huge fan of Westbrook and sees so much of himself in him, mostly due to how they play with heart. I'll tell you the other thing, Allen Iverson I always felt was the most intimidating small guard in the history of the league. Russell Westbrook rapidly trying to claim that honor.
And it's Westbrook again missing. Warriors trail by 6. Curry with it. Westbrook picks him up. They double team Curry.
You know, I was thinking back to that Iverson quote on Westbrook. They play with that same fire. The styles in which they play are different, but you can see the intensity is the same between them.
Here's Curry with the 3. Thunder with the rebound. Adams has got 3 rebounds now in this one. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That's on Andrew Bogut. Well, it was a season last year of heartbreak and change for the Thunder, narrowly missing the playoffs as the Pelicans beat them out for that 8th position.
Yeah, and they were teetering back and forth on that 8th spot for most of the year. Ultimately, they just couldn't hold on to that final playoff spot.
Oh! Man, oh man!
You have got to be kidding me.
Clark, talk about taking things into your own hands.
I tell you what, that's one of those plays where you want to get credit for not only the bucket, but also the assist.
And Curry throws it down.
Unbelievable what I'm seeing here. Is this the dunk contest?
Hey, this one counts, Clark. Believe me, what confidence to attempt the alley-oop to himself.
He couldn't resist on that. The adrenaline just flowing. One of the more spectacular plays we've seen.
The Thunder pull it in.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Ibaka with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
There's 42 seconds left in the first half of the game.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
The Thunder.